What's up, Pack? Welcome back to my channel, Coyote Zr2. I'm Tyler, your guide to building our Zr2s into off-road champs. Today's video is lift time for the Zr2. Got rid of that just level kit and went it with the Peak Suspension Pro Trail lift kit on there, as well as some other goodies as well. So this Peak Suspension kit, the Pro Trail lift kit, is basically a 2-in-1 lift kit consisting of E-box springs that raise your front end an inch higher, as well as a spacer in the front to give you that extra added inch too. So 2 inches in the front, and then you gain an inch in the rear. I dig it. I like the way it looks really now. Just a level kit on there. It had, it was leveled, but it's kind of nicer with the rake, with the back end just being a tad higher. Definitely feels like I could see better over the hood now, but that's just my opinion. And I did not do this install myself. I did take it to Pacific Upfitters and had them do it all. They're an amazing shop. They got this done way faster than I would have done it at home. So big shout out to Drew. Big shout out to Philip at Pacific Upfitters. If you're local to Oregon, make sure you check them out. I'll leave links below to their site and their shop. Basically, you can find them. Super knowledgeable, and they do kits for everything, like from Broncos to Colorados to Tacomas to whatever. They even prefab stuff for pre-runner stuff, so definitely check them out. Alrighty, so I mainly had Pacific Upfitters do the lift kit, as I didn't really want to mess with swapping springs on it. I'm sure I could have, but I just didn't feel like doing that, to be honest with you guys. And they got it done in like 2 hours. Like, they were just lightning fast with it, and I probably would have spent like 3 or 4 hours just doing the one spring swap, to be honest with you, because I'd be doing it at home with those little ones you got a ratcheting spring clamps, and it's kind of dangerous. I just never done it, didn't feel like doing it, starting it now, so that's why I did that. But they nailed it. They got it done super fast, and super cool people to hang out with for a couple of hours anyway, so I didn't mind that at all. So let's just break right into this. Obviously the first step, pulled the truck to the shop, got it up on the lift, start taking tires off so we can get access to the suspension basically. So yeah, so once you lift it up, got tires off, next step is, just start unbolting stuff, like loosen up the top control arm, take off the shocks, undo the tie rod sleeves, all that good stuff. But I have a full video when I did the spacer kit on there originally of how to do all that. So I'll leave a link right here for that, as well as in the description, so you guys can watch that if you want like more details of it, because this video is not really intended to be more of a how-to, just kind of showing you the setup of the truck, how it is now. So the biggest difference for this kit and the spacer kit is this part right here, swapping out the stock springs for the E-box springs. They basically raised the truck an inch higher, and personally, ride quality of these has been great. If anything, it made it a tad bit stiffer, which I like anyway, but it still drives just like it did stock from day one with this added lift on there. So I'm super pumped about that. So then once the E-box springs were on the shocks, it's basically just putting the front end back together. Insert the spacer on top of the housing, the top shock mount, basically bolt that back in. And then from there, we proceeded to add on the tie rod reinforcement sleeves, which Drew had a cool idea. I know most people count threads, but he just measured where the bolt was and then took that bolt that held the tie rod to the sleeve, basically, the existing tie rod to the sleeve, undid that, measured it basically, and then just threaded on matched measurement. And so it was pretty close to alignment specs after that anyway. So that's the tie rod sleeve, reinforcement sleeve. And then from there, we did the sway bar relocation kit, which is as simple as you can see here in the video. You literally just undo 2 bolts. The sway bar will kind of drop down. You put a block in its place and use the existing hardware from Peak Suspension. Bolt that back together. Super easy. Couldn't be any easier. And then the Diff Drop brackets are essentially just little spacers that so you undo the stock bolt, put a new bolt in, get it started. Spacers are 2 pieces, so you wrap it around the bolt, tighten up the bolt, the diff back to the truck basically, and then tighten up that collar, and you're all set there. And then as far as the rear end goes, it's just a block in the rear, so you undo the U-bolts, lower down the axle just a little bit, just enough you can slide the block in there. Grab the new U-bolts and tighten them down, and that's basically it. And as you can see here, we did have to cut off the extra slack in the U-bolts, but we have to do two and make them longer for a reason, just so they work out, and it's probably a little easier that way. But cutting them off is no easy peasy, as you can see here. So yeah, the hardest part of this, if you were to do it at your own house in a garage or whatever, would definitely be the spring swaps for the e-box spring, as the logos didn't face forward, they had to face backwards, as that's what the coil kind of just lined up with the stock stuff, which was kind of odd, but it worked out. And then obviously having professional do it with, you know, the tools he had just made it a lot easier, a lot faster. If you do it yourself, just be warned about that. Swap your springs can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So if you don't feel confident, take it to a shop. You know, even just having swap springs over, that's better than, you know, potentially hurting yourself, in my opinion. But, you know, but yeah, it maybe took him like 2 hours to get this whole lift done. So I'm happy. I love the way it turned out. As you can see here, the truck's finished. It's coming off the jack, and as soon as it touched the ground, my face just lit up. I was just like, whoa, it sits a lot taller than I was expecting. It did settle a little bit. The first videos, clips you see right here, right now, are right when they set it down. We just backed it out, so obviously nothing settled yet. So yeah, the next step was obviously Drew took the truck down to get alignment done. So yeah, with this lift kit, you basically get two inches in the front over stock and 1 inch more in the back, which if you want a 135, you can easily do that with just a space in the front. If you wanted to go a more budget friendly route, I'll leave a link below where you can find peak suspension spacer. But if you want to fit 35s and take it off road and have little to no rubbing and not to worry about it, I would definitely get something like this, as well as drivability. This thing drives great, and my next goal would be to shove some 35s underneath this thing. But I'm kind of waiting until the stock tires are a little more worn down. I only have 11,000 miles on this truck. I bought it new last April, so I'm kind of just don't really want to spend $1,800 on 35s right this minute. So, but maybe in the future, we'll see. I mean, it's definitely on the to-do list. I just have other things that are going to take priorities, because it doesn't look bad. This is what it looks like with the truck, with the lift kit, with 33s on it. So it doesn't look bad at all, in my opinion. So, and then if I had to name one con with this lift kit, it would probably be the fact that you are going to be voiding any suspension warranty through the factory if they can claim that anything done with the lift wise damaged whatever suspension parts in the rig. So it just kind of one of those pros and cons of doing any kind of mod to your truck is if, you know, they determine that the mod caused an issue, the dealer is going to make you pay for that issue, and damages to whatever aren't going to fix it under warranty. However, if you see my other previous video, they already kind of screwed me over on that anyway, about the ditch lights thing. I won't go into that now. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link here or in the description as well. But if you like modding your truck, it's just one of those things you got to be ready for. Like, dealerships are going to blame whatever mod you have on there, even if it's not part of the issue. At least you don't think it is. So just the way it works, man. Like, there's no getting around that. And then here's the fun part. Here you guys can see some before and after clips of the truck. Before with just the level kit on there, and now with this peak suspension 2-in-1 and all the goodies on there. It looks good. First impressions, first time I got in it after leaving the shop, you said higher. It's pretty cool. I dig it. I like it a lot. Like I said before, it still drives great. No issues there. You know, I'm still mashing the pedal, still super responsive. Gas mileage, I know some people might be asking about that. It's honestly about the same. I'm still getting like 16 to 18, depending on how I'm driving, depending on what traffic doing on a given day. So that's pretty dang good, especially for being, you know, 2 inch higher in the front now. So, but yeah, gas mileage didn't suffer very much. I'm sure once I put 35s on there, I'll notice more of a difference with that, but they'll be down the line. So full disclosure here for you guys, peak suspension, this kit offers for free. As many of you might or may not know, I am sponsored / affiliated with CBI, Princey Racks, and Peak Suspension on top of that. So they did send this kit out for me in purpose of making this video. So big shout out to them. I'll leave a link to them below where you can find, you know, all links to CBI for Princey Racks and this lift kit too. So definitely make sure you check that out. So there you have it, guys. Not my typical how-to install video, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. I hope you guys learned something from this. It's a very simple kit to install. You know, I just didn't want to swap springs, and then working with these guys at Pacific Upfitters has been a lot of fun. Just meeting new people. I've met a couple other cool guys from since then. I also have some parts from them now as well. So stay tuned for those future videos. So yeah, that's the Peak Pro Trail Lift Kit from Peak Suspension. I love it. I dig the way it looks. It drives amazing. Comment below if you guys would be interested in this kit or not, or are you guys eyeballing something different? I'd love to know what other people have, kind of lift kits they have on their rigs right now. So comment below, let me know what kind of lifts you guys are going with, if any at all, or just keeping the stock. Love to see what other people might be doing with their builds, especially our Zr2s. But then if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Helps me out a ton. And my next video will be stuff hopefully regarding putting mods and stuff on the Princey roof rack I have, because I have an awning, I have a case I got to put on, I have, you know, the side lights and the grab handles I still got to put on, make a video for. So I'm hoping to do all that next weekend. But yeah, appreciate you guys for checking this video out. If you did like this video, make sure you smash that like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. About like 70% of you guys who watch my content aren't subscribed, so help brother out so I can keep making good content for you guys. You know, it's the best of both worlds. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.